Good morning or afternoon or evening whenever you are moving today. Welcome back or welcome to Living Lightly. My name is Jillian. I'm a certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and Holy Yoga Instructor. Today we're going to be doing a Pilates style workout. So you'll see I have my light hand weights. You can grab some light hand weights too if you have them. If you don't worry about it. You can still get a great workout in. You'll also need your mat here. Before we get started in our Pilates style workout though, if you're new to Living Lightly, we always like to start our workouts just by reading scripture so that we can refocus our heart, our mind, and our body back onto Christ. So today's theme for our workout is going to come from Colossians 1 verse 16 and 17. I'll read it here. It says, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." Amen. He's talking about Jesus here. We know that Jesus is in everything, and that gives me hope and peace and comfort as a Christian, and I hope that that gives you that hope and that peace and that comfort as well, knowing that all things have been created through him and for him. And he is right here with us as well in our workout time. Even this time can be glorifying to him. So, like I said, if you have those like hand weights, feel free to grab them here. We're going to get started with our warm-up, and then we will dive into our workout together. We're going to start at the front of our mat here. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Deep breath. Good. Exhale. We'll just sweep the hands down. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach it up. Big breath. Exhale it down. Just thanking God for the breath in our lungs. Big reach up. Exhale. This time we're going to roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Coming down into this forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe find a little sway side to side. Okay, just noticing how your body feels today. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up halfway. Think about lengthening through the spine here. Imagine a string running through your spine, pulling you long. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll roll it back down one vertebrae at a time. Bending your knees, we're going to plant our palms and step it back to a plank position, or you always have the option to lower down onto your knees here. We're going to hug the elbows in, deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Coming onto the tops of the feet if that feels good for you. We're going to loop our shoulders back, send the elbows towards the back of your mat as we lift the heart up. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll press it up to a tabletop position. Curl the toes under and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal to the feet if that feels good for you. We're pressing up and out of the shoulders. If this doesn't feel good for you, you always have the option to lower down onto the knees and come into this puppy posture instead. So make it work for you. Pedal to the feet. Good. Let's do that whole series again here. Inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale, we're going to walk it up to meet our hands in that forward fold here. Good. Connecting to your foundation, bend the knees. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart here. Good. On our next inhale, reach it up. Thanking God for the breath in our lungs. Deep breath. Exhale, dive it forward, rolling down, forward fold. Following your breath here, on your next inhale, we'll lift up halfway. Fingertips can be on the floor, on your shins, on your thighs, whatever feels best for your body today. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, we'll roll it down. Bending the knees if you need to. Plant the palms, we'll step it back to that plank position or plank variation. Totally up to you here. We're going to hug the elbows in, deep breath in. And on your exhale, let's lower down to the belly. Looping your shoulders back, lift the heart on your next inhale, coming into this baby cobra. Or if it feels better for you, you can press into the palms here, coming into that full cobra. Deep breath in. On our exhale, we'll lift it up to a tabletop position. Good. Maybe bump the hips over side to side, bringing the wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips here. We'll find a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, we lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, we'll tuck the tailbone under and press up and out of your shoulders. Find that rounding to the spine. Following your breath here, we're just warming up our spine. Feel free to shift your weight back and forth. Really tuning in, seeing how this movement feels good for your body today. Good, exhale, we round it up. We'll do one more here. Inhale, we lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, we'll round it up. Good, come back into that neutral position, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're gonna bump the hips over to the right as we look over the left shoulder towards the back of our mat. Find that side body stretch. Inhale, we'll come back to center. Exhale, let's take it over, other side. Find that stretch the outside of the hip. And then just follow your breath. Inhale through center. Exhale, we'll bump the hips over. You're doing that lateral flexion through the spine here. And wherever you're at, we'll do one more each way. Good, last one, deep breath in. Exhale it over. Inhale, let's come back into center. Curl the toes under and send it up and back to that downward facing dog or downward facing dog variation. And if you need to, lower the knees down and send the hips back. We're just opening up through the front body. Inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale, we'll walk the feet about hip width apart. Then walking the feet up to meet the hands in that forward fold. Good. Bending the knees generously here. We're gonna sweep the arms up overhead as we send the hips back, coming down to this chair pose. Good, holding it here. We're gonna start to warm up the lower body a little bit here. Pull the thumbs back, deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach it back. One more breath, really tuning into your breath here. Exhale, reach the hands back. Inhale, we reach it forward. And exhale, fold it out. Woo. Shake it out here. Good, we're not done yet. On our inhale, we'll bend the knees, sweep the arms up, come back to that chair position. This time, we're gonna reach the right fingertips towards the back of our mat, look over that right shoulder, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll come back to center. Other side, reach, finding that twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. We have this little pulse here with this squat. Exhale, center. Two more each side. Good, last one here. You got it. Good, hold it in that chair position. Reach the arms up and fold it out. Woo. Shake it out here. Good, bend the knees. Let's sweep the arms up overhead and reach it up. And exhale, the hands down to your sides. That mountain pose. Just noticing if your heart rate got up a little bit here. Find your breath if you lost it. Gonna take a moment to notice how you feel. Good, and we'll go ahead and grab those weights here. And if you have them, if you don't worry about it. You can still move through it here. Snuggle the shoulder blades under here, opening up through the chest. We're gonna come back to that squat position as we reach the arms up overhead. We'll inhale, reach the hips back. Exhale, we stand it up, swing the arms back slightly. Inhale, open. Exhale, let it. Good, following your breath here. Good, coming down to that squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good, you got it. Really tuning in, knitting your lower ribs together here. Good, four more here. In 4, 3, good. 2, drop the shoulders away from the ears. 1 more here. Lift, good, and lower. Roll the shoulders back. I'm gonna turn to the side here. We're gonna shift our weight over to our right leg. Reach the left arm up. On your exhale, you're gonna drive that left elbow towards the left knee, finding a soft bend in that supported leg. Inhale, open, exhale, bend. So we're squeezing this hip and our rib together, really firing up through our obliques. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Good. Drop your shoulders away from your ears here. Nice, slow and controlled here. If you need to, you can keep that toe down, reach and pull if your balance is feeling a little off today. Good. You're gonna let extra challenge to the balance. Drive that knee up, like squeeze the hip and rib together. Good, give me 8, reach. 7, reach. 6, good, keep going. 5, reach. 4, lengthen and extend. Good, 3, 2, good, 1 more here. and 1. Good, bring that left arm down. We're gonna keep the toes pointed here. Toes and knees are forward. We're gonna add this little lift. Palm is out, facing knee, soften, lift. Lift, little pulse, lift, lift, good. We're firing up through our rhomboids, our chest, our shoulders here, challenging our balance. The tendency is to lean over, see if we can engage the core. Keep that torso up nice and tall. Good. I know it's burning. You got it here. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Shake it out. Woo. Good. We'll shift our weight over to the other side and do that same thing. Reach that right arm up. Extend the right toe out. We're going to draw the elbow towards the knee. Lift and extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze. Pull it down with control. Again, you can always do this without weight or keep that toe down. Pull. Little oblique work here. Shoulder work. Stability work. Good. Inhale. Pull. Exhale. Reach and pull. Get it. Reach and pull. Reach. You got it. Soften in that supportive leg. Pull. Good. Reach and pull. Find that extension and that flexion. Reach and pull. Give me 8. In 8. Pull. 7. 6. Good. Keep going. 5. Pull. 4. 3. Good. 2. Good. One more here. Reach and pull. Good. Drop it down. Palm faces out here. We're gonna add that little pulse. We lift, lift, lift. Good. Knit your lower ribs together here, engaging that core. Relax your shoulders as best you can. Lift, lift. Good. We're rolling that shoulder back, opening up to the chest and the pecs here. Lift, lift. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6. Lift up tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out here. Step it up to the top of your mat. Loop the shoulders back. We're gonna walk the feet in towards each other here. You're gonna give me that squat, that chair position squat here, as you give me a bicep curl and extend. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. Good. Inhale, exhale, lift. Good. Strong breath. Good. Keep going here. In 8. Lift. 7, 6, lift. 5, knit the lower ribs together. For 4, lift. 3, good. 2, 1 more. We'll hold it down here, giving little pulses. Pulse, pulse. Weight is in our heels. We're pulling those weights in. Little bicep curls here. Breathe it out. Heart rate's gonna go up a little bit. You got this. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Give me 8 more. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Shake it out briefly here. Heart rate should start to go up. We're gonna sink back down into that chair position. Palms face each other here. We're gonna tap the right foot back. As we reach the arms, extend the arms here for that tricep extension. Draw in, extend. Draw in, extend. Good. Deep breaths. In and out. In and out. Good. We're pointing to that toe. Weight is in that left foot here. Challenging our balance. In and out. In and out. Good. Just do what you can here. Good. Give me 8. Press. 7. Press. 6. Really reaching through the arms here. Good. For 4. Press. 3. Press. 2. Good, 1 more. We'll hold it back. Drop that toe down. Now we're in a lunge position. Tuck the pelvis under here if you need to. Good, we're gonna hinge forward. Palms face each other here. We're gonna go for a little pulse to the triceps. We press, 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 press. Good. Keep going. Press, press. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna run it out. Tap that foot in. If you want to, you can add that arm extension here. We draw it in, in, in. Good. Keep going. In, in, in. Reach and pull. Good. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the feet together. Ooh, shake it out. We've got that same thing on the other side. We're gonna hinge forward. Draw the elbows in. Tap that left foot back. We draw in. Good, and extend. Extend, draw it in. Good, reach it in. Weight is in that right foot now. Press, draw it in. Press, draw in. Good. Try to relax your shoulders here. Keep going. In 8, pull. 7, 6. Good. Definitely a little warmer here. Good. For 4, keep that back nice and flat. 3. Good. 2. One more here. Press. Good. We're gonna drop that foot back here. Come into that lunge position. Tuck the pelvis under, and then we hinge forward. This time, we're gonna flip the palms forward here. We're gonna pulse the arms straight back. We lift, lift, lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep going. Belly button draws to the spine. Little pulses. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Keep going. Lift, lift. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, if you want to, we're gonna write it out. We're gonna drive it up. Lift, lift. Good. Keep going. Reach and pull. Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Ooh, shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it here too. Okay. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. On our exhale, we're gonna control that movement as we roll down the spine one vertebrae at a time. Placing your weight down the side on either side of your mat here. Inhale, we'll lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, we'll fold down. Planting the palms, step back to that plank position or plank variation. If you'd like to lower down onto the knees, that's an option for you. We'll hug the elbows in, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, we'll loop the shoulders back. Send the elbows towards the back of your mat. Coming into this baby cobra or full cobra here. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll come back into a tabletop position. Bringing the wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips here. We're gonna start to fire up through our core. We'll come from core stability. Curling the toes under. Let's take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're gonna tuck the pelvis slightly. So we're not rounding through the spine, but we're coming into a neutral pelvis. Pelvic floor is gonna go up and together. We're drawing our belly button up towards our spine, and we're knitting our lower ribs together. I know, it's a lot, just this small movement. It's a lot of things to do. We'll take a deep breath in here, release. Exhale, we'll go through that again. Tuck the pelvis slightly. Draw the pelvic floor up and together. Knit the lower ribs together here. Belly button draws up to the spine. You'll feel those deep abdominal muscles turn on. Those are those transverse abdominis muscles here. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently release. Good. We'll do one more round and then we'll add on if that feels good for you. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll tuck the pelvis here. Lift everything up and together. I like to think about pulling my wrist towards my knees, knees towards my wrist. I tend to feel it a little bit more. As long as you can keep that good form, then that's an option you can take. Deep breath in here as we hold, and exhale, gently relax and release. Feel free to stay with that pattern, or if you want to take it up a little bit, we'll take a deep breath in. On our exhale, same thing, we'll tuck the pelvis, draw the belly button up to the spine. This time, we'll hover the knees here. Good, inhale as we hold, really draw that belly button up. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale, reset. Exhale, we tuck the pelvis. Good, hover the knees here. Inhale as you hold. Exhale, we lower down. Good, we'll do 2 more, whatever option you want to take. Deep breath in. Exhale, we lift, hover if you'd like to here. Good, deep breath in as you hold. Exhale, we lower down with control. One more. Option is to keep the knees on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, we tuck the pelvis under. Good, hover, hover, hover here. Inhale in. And exhale, we lower down. Good. Keeping the toes curled under, we're gonna send the hips towards the heels. We're gonna stretch out the arches of our feet. This can be a little intense, so if you'd like to, stay leaning forward. If it feels okay for you, you can start to stack the spine, and maybe you just roll through the wrist a little bit. One way, and the other here. And then we're gonna dive it forward, coming back into that tabletop position. Option is to grab one weight here. We're gonna start a little bird dog series, really engaging the core and the glutes even more. So my weight is in my left hand here. I'm gonna hug everything into my midline, really pressing down to the top of the left foot and pressing down through my right palm. I'm gonna extend my left arm out, right leg, reaches forward, deep breath in. On my exhale, I'm gonna draw my elbow towards my knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Keeping our neck in neutral here, looking out a couple of inches in front of that index finger. Nice, slow and controlled here. Working the shoulders, working the core. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Trying to keep that pelvis in a neutral position here. You got it. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Just 2 more here. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Good, and 1 more here. Exhale, draw in. Good. We're gonna extend the arm and the leg here, and just give me a little pulse. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Knit the lower ribs together. Belly button draws to your spine. Keep that spine in neutral. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Roll to that right wrist a little bit here if you need to. Good. And then we'll come back down. Same side here. We're gonna extend that weight out to the side. Leg is still gonna lift straight back, but this time that weight's gonna come out to the side here in a reverse fly variation. So I'm gonna take a deep breath in. Exhale, I lift up. Arm weight goes out to the side, leg goes straight back. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Claw through the fingertips if you need to take some of that pressure off the wrist. You also have the option, you can always hold on to that other weight if it has a flat edge to keep your weight, or excuse me, keep your wrist in neutral here. Good. Keeping that spine in neutral, you got it. You should be feeling this through your glutes and through your shoulders. Good. Give me 4. Down. 3. Good. 2. Just 1 more here. Good. You can put that weight down. We're gonna cross that right leg over the left, opening up through the hip here. Good. Bumping the hip over to the right, looking over that left shoulder. Just lengthening to that side body here. Catch your breath if you've lost it. Good, deep breath in. And exhale, we'll come back into center. Drawing the knees together, let's send the hips down towards the heels. Maybe give your wrists a little bit of a break here. Coming into this child's pose variation. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll return back to that tabletop position, and we'll do that same thing on the other side here. Setting up, grabbing that weight in my right hand here. I'm gonna shift my weight over, really pressing into the top of my right foot and my left palm. Inhale, extend the right arm, left leg here. Exhale, draw the elbow towards your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Good, really focusing in on the core, on the glutes, with control. Don't forget to pair this movement with your breath. Good, extend, draw in. Extend, draw in. Good, keep it going here. Big reach. Good, give me 3 more. 2, press up out of that left shoulder. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, draw in. We'll extend that arm and leg out, and then just give me that little pulse here. We lift, lift. Good, keep that pelvis in neutral here. Keep going. Roll that shoulder back. You got it in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower that weight, lower the knees. If you need to, roll to that wrist a little bit before we start that bird dog variation. We'll come down, set up in that tabletop position again. Weight is in that right arm. So same side here, extend that left leg out. This time the leg is gonna go straight back. We take the arm out to the side. We'll take a deep breath in. On our exhale, we take it out to the side. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Again, claw through the fingertips if that feels good for you, or maybe bring that weight here to keep the wrist in a neutral position. Rolling that shoulder back. Good, squeezing the shoulder blade in towards your midline. Good. You got it here. Good, give me 4, 3, 2, 1 more here. Lift and lower, good, drop that weight down. We're gonna cross that leg over the right. Bump the hips over towards the left as you look over that right shoulder. Opening up on the side body. Catch your breath here. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll return back to center and swing the feet around, having a seat. We're gonna let our waist nearby here. Good. We're gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming onto your back. If it feels good for you, you can hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock a little side to side. Give your back a little massage here. And just catch a breath if you need to. Noticing how your body feels. Good, we'll hug the knees into the chest one more time. And then gently lower the feet down onto our mat. Stepping the feet about hip width apart, grabbing those weights if it feels good for you. We're gonna snuggle the shoulder blades under us. Deep breath in. On our exhale, we're gonna press into the soles of the feet as we roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, coming into this bridge position. Inhale, we'll roll down one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, we'll roll it up, starting by tucking the tailbone under, drawing the belly button to the spine. Following your breath, inhale, really articulating through the spine here. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Good, inhale, lower. And exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower it down. This time, if you'd like, you can always stay there, or if you want to bring some upper body movement here, I'm gonna hug the weights together, reach the arms up overhead, engaging my lats here. On my exhale, as I peel my spine up off the mat, I'm gonna bring those weights in line with my heart here. Inhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, we roll it up. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, we roll it up. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, roll it up. Good, you got it here. Good, two more. Last one. We'll hold at the top position here. Good, and we're gonna lift the heels and lower. If you need to, walk the feet about hip width apart. If you've walked them out here, we lift the heels and lower. Lift and lower. Trying to keep those hips up off the mat as best you can. If you need to, you can always lower it down, take a break, and then jump back into it when you can. We lift 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. Good, keeping the heels lifted here. We're gonna pulse the hips up this time. Lift, lift. Think about tucking the pelvis under. We squeeze those glutes. Lift, lift, lift. Good, keep going. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it all the way down. Good, catch your breath. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're gonna draw the knees into a tabletop position. Feel free to drop the weights if that would feel better for you. We're gonna do what's called a dead bug. So think about a bird dog, but just flipped upside down here. I'm gonna extend, reach my right arm, left leg out. On my exhale, I'm gonna draw everything back into my midline here. Other side, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. You have the option, you can bend that knee here. Exhale, lift, you can get rid of that weight. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. We wanna think about really imprinting the spine here. If you wanna take it further, you can extend that leg out on that diagonal. Good, or the lower you drop that leg, closer to the floor, the harder it's gonna be. We just wanna make sure that we have that neutral pelvis, good, first before we take it further. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Good, knitting the lower ribs together. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. You've got it here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. 2 more each side here. Whatever variation you're doing. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Good. You can lower those hands down, placing the weights by your sides. We're gonna hug the knees into our chest and just find a little rock side to side. Good. Last little bit. Let's extend our legs up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands behind the head here. Elbows out wide. We're gonna take a deep breath in. On our exhale, we're gonna knit those lower ribs together. Draw the belly button to the spine as we lift the head and shoulders up here. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, we lift with control. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, we roll up to the upper spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, down. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. 2 more like this. Good, last one. We'll hold the head and shoulders up, keep the chin up off the chest here. We're gonna go to scissor kicks. Grabbing that right leg, option is to bend the knee or keep the leg straight. As we drop the left leg down, pulse for 2, good, and then we switch. Good, we're gonna exhale as we draw that leg in. Good, a little pulse, little hamstring stretch here. Pulse, 2, and switch. Pulse, 2, and switch. Pulse, 2, you're almost there. Good, breathe it out. Good, keep those lower ribs knit together here. Pulse, 2, pulse, 2. 1 more each side here. Good, good. Bring the legs up. We'll draw the knees into our chest, a little ball stretch here. And then lower everything down onto your mat. Bringing the soles of the feet down, about hip width apart. We're gonna drop the knees over side to side, releasing any tension we may be holding on to in the hips and in the lower back here. Maybe you just need to rest completely on your mat here. Good, we'll do 1 more each way here. And then we'll come back into center. Good, making your way up into a seated position, however feels best for you. You can roll over onto your side and then press it up, or grab onto the backs of the legs and maybe you roll it up a couple times. If that feels good for your spine, feel free to take a couple of rolls. Good. And whenever that feels good for you, we'll land in that seated position. Bringing the soles of the feet together here, coming into a little butterfly stretch. We're gonna lengthen up tall through the spine, deep breath in, and on your exhale, we'll fold it out here, hinging at the hips, keeping our heart open to start off, whatever that looks like for you. Good, just feeling that openness to the hips. Deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll lift it up, extending the legs out into a straddle position here. We're gonna root down through our hips, reach that left arm up and over, really rooting down through that left sit bone here. Good, finding that side body stretch. Inhale, you can look up. That feels good for you. Exhale, we'll come down other side. Root down through that right hip as we inhale, reach it up, find that length, and exhale it over here. Good, if it feels good for you, maybe you take your gaze up. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, coming back into center. Bringing the knees in, coming into a comfortable seat here. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms up overhead 1 more time. Exhale, bring the hands down wherever is comfortable for you. Just take a moment to see how your body feels, to catch your breath. Maybe you take a moment of prayer or in gratitude. And I'm gonna read our verse over us 1 more time here before we end our workout. Colossians 1, verse 16 and 17, speaking of Jesus here, says, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." So I hope that that brings encouragement for you today, that Jesus is in everything and here with us, that there is nothing that is out of his control. He sees you where you're at today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, remember to keep living lightly.